What's the most pressing issue facing Africa today?
Well, I work in tech, so of course I would say internet, because without internet you can't necessarily innovate, right? And I think internet is definitely coming, but in terms of like broadband and speed, it's still lagging behind.
The most pressing issue facing Africa today is leadership. Most of our leaders are average age of 64 compared to an age of 19 on the continent. So we need to get more young people into leadership. We need to think unconventionally, apply radical thinking, reimagine everything, and use technology to transform the continent of Africa, right?
So we need to ensure that we have leaders that are invested in the people of the African continent, leaders that talk about impact, but also not just the talk, but actually the implementation of it.
I think, governance, our leadership, people who are put in places and seats in order to change our future.
We need leaders who really care about their country, who are selfless, leaders like Mandela. So I hope that's the only thing we need in Africa, because we have everything, resources, talents. It's about leadership. But there's hope about the youth. It's the future.
My country, Somaliland, is one of the few countries in the world that is not politically recognized, maybe because of that, doing so well. But right now, at this very moment, because we are on the Red Sea, because we have a long coastline, we are being targeted by those who were at first dealing with piracy, and that has been stamped out. So now it's human trafficking, smuggling, and they're encroaching on Somaliland coastlines.
There's still a lot of poverty, and I think we do need to do a lot of work in that area, but it's definitely a group work, and we all need to come together to find more solutions against hunger, poverty, and malaria.
The main challenge is resiliency. How do we adapt? How do we prepare ourselves for future shocks and ensure that domestically and intrinsically we are strong enough to keep building?
We really need to make sure that the areas that are being destabilized are actually restabilized, because whenever an issue happens, especially like Sudan, Niger, Congo, wherever it is, we see that there's regional instability. And so I think we need to focus on regional solutions. We need to focus on Pan-African solutions.
The most pressing issue that Africa is facing right now is probably climate change. I mean, 60% of our population are smallholder farmers, and today they're still the most vulnerable to the effect of climate change. They're still at the front lines, right?
So it is important that we step up and make sure that we support Africa to continue being the global solution provider to environmental challenges, and to also make sure that we position Africa as that solution provider and the continent that is, changing and shaping that narrative of building resilience to the climate crisis.
If we do not break down gender norms and allow women to fly, we're holding back our most powerful resource, and that will be the most tragic thing of all.